Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am starting today a new series on TypeScript. I splitted the basic types into two parts. Today I will discuss the part 1 of the basic types available in TypeScript. To start with, little bit overview about the IDE I am using. I am using a Visual Core. In the top left hand side you will see me writing the program in TypeScript, and in the right hand side it will be automatically compiled to the native JavaScript, whereas in the bottom part any errors or warning or any message will be displayed regarding to the TypeScript. And also from time to time I will display a Chrome browser where the output of the program will be displayed. So let's get started. The first line I declared a variable is required, and the first keyword is let. This let is not available in a JavaScript. If you see on the right hand side, it is usually in JavaScript we are using var. So let is a new TypeScript keyword, and whereas if you see the Boolean is a annotation, or this is the type we specify in the TypeScript. So this will help to not allow us to pass a string or a number inside a variable is required. So during the compile time check, which helps to reduce lot of errors and lot of functionality we can achieve, and we can have a true or false value to a particular Boolean type. If you notice in the right hand side, we usually in JavaScript don't mention the type of the variable, so we don't specify Boolean, string or anything. So in this TypeScript we have to explicitly mention the type of it, which can be used for identifying the error in the early stage of our execution. If you see now, we would like to assign a string type to the isRequired variable. And if you notice on the right hand side, there is no problem in the compilation despite there is an error. So it can easily valid syntax when it comes with the JavaScript. But if you see in the below box, it is showing an error in the TypeScript compiler saying that the type string is not assignable to type Boolean. So it will educate or it will inform the developer to not to do this kind of mistake, and this kind of mistake can be avoided during the development time only. Also, if you hover to the variable is required, the message also will be getting displayed in a rectangular format. Just to display the output, so I have used some simple if-else condition. So if is required, so I am just writing inside the body document.body.inner.html. This is plain JavaScript. So I am assigning a string required. Okay, in our case the is required variable is true, so the required will be getting displayed over the browser. If you change it to false, so optional will be printed in the Chrome browser. So that means there is no changes in the functionality, only the Boolean is help to avoid some kind of errors in the program. Now let us discuss about number type. Similar to the Boolean, we have to give after variable, we have to use a colon, then we have to give the number. This number annotation is by the TypeScript, and which can be used to define the type. In the second line, we try to assign a text or a string object. Now let us discuss about number type. Similar to the Boolean, we have to give after variable, we have to use a colon, then we have to give the number. This number annotation is by the TypeScript, and which can be used to define the type. In the second line, we try to assign a text or a string object to the variable, so which is throwing errors, so that this it's saying that both are not compatible to each other. Here I am trying to assign this number into the body inner HTML, which is throwing an error because the number is not our variable. So we have to give the salary to over here. But still, if you notice, still the red underlining is over there on the document.body inner HTML. The reason behind is that the salary is a number and inner HTML is expecting a string. But if you see, it is working fine in a Chrome browser, but there is an error displayed over in the error panel because salary is a number, not a string. And if we concatenate with a double quote, so it becomes string and the error will disappear. And this number is not only support the decimal values but also support the hex decimal. So we already converted to the value displayed over the Chrome browser, and also we can assign a binary values to the number type, and it converted to the decimal value of 22. And finally we can assign octal values inside the salary. So this octal value also will be get converted when we try to display over the browser. So now let us discuss about the string data types. And so for the string we are using all the lowercase string annotation over here, and the string can. So now let us discuss about the string data types. And so for the string we are using all the lowercase string annotation over here, and the string can be defined as a double quote, single quote, and also the apostrophe symbol. And so we can assign the employee name to the inner HTML, so that can be printed inside the browser, and there is no error over here because inner HTML is expecting a string type. Also, even though we assign a single quote GM, so that employee name also displayed perfectly fine, so no issue. But if you try to assign a number, so the number will be displayed on the browser, but the TypeScript will shows the error saying this is a number which is not compatible with the string type what we define. Okay, and also using a single apostrophe quote we can define the longest string which is separated by the new line character. Also we can embed the other variable inside that string. So we define a greeting, here we embed the employee name. So whenever we try to display the greetings, you can see hello Mr. Jim. That Jim is coming from the employee name itself. You can see hello Mr. Jim. That Jim is